Welcome back. This is Science-Tunnel, and this session will be talking about very interesting topic in science, specifically in biology, how biology have been modified, and the trends. We are going to be addressing biomanufacturing and synthetic biology, where these two, they're kind of related, they're almost the same, they use the same principles on how they work and operate, and you can say that in both they make use, that is both biomanufacturing and synthetic biology, they make use of living organisms to produce natural products, let's say like fragrances, let's say pharmaceuticals, where, for example, we can make use of E. coli, modify it, and design or make it to express some products through gene expression to come up with a final product that is of value, be it for health, be it in agriculture or whichever field. So these two are very, very essential, and I'm going to be talking on its application in natural product synthesis, NPS. In natural product synthesis, this is where we are going to use living organisms, microorganisms, to make fragrances, to make flavors, to make pharmaceuticals. These are very, very essential products that they can help us link with manufacturing them, with selling them, and being of economic value. And also, they are of value in the field of health, the food sector, and our well-being. Let's say, for example, fragrances. You have to be nice, you have to smell nice and everything. In such instance, like, they are very, very essential in solving all this. So in natural product synthesis, this is where we use these natural organisms to produce such key products. I've talked of fragrances and the others, pharmaceuticals, where they provide solution to the current problems that we do have. How? You can ask yourself, how is this happening? It's happening through microbial engineering. This is where you pick your microbe of interest, let's say E. coli or yeast or any other microbe, through fragile science, where you use the cheapest available resources to come up with the product. You engineer or you modify the metabolic pathways of this microorganism so that during the gene expression, where you have incorporated your gene of interest to produce the given compound of interest, it is able to modify and to go through the pathways and to come up with your compound of interest. I have two instances in this natural product synthesis where we have vanillin production. This vanillin can be used as a flavor, where it can be used to flavor some food in food industry. This vanillin, it can be produced or availed by use of yeast. Yeast is, of course, a microorganism, where yeast is able to convert the ferulic acid, this is a byproduct in rice bran, to produce vanillin, which can be used as a food flavor. So you find out that this vanillin is very, very essential, and the process used in producing is more cost effective than the other conversion methods. It's also sustainable because we have these microorganisms available in abundance. Another example I can use is the artemisinic synthesis, where engineered yeast is able to produce artemisinic acid. This is a byproduct for antimalarial drug. So since yeast is able to produce this, we can be able to modify and engineer this yeast to produce this given compound, this given product, through natural product synthesis, we are able to obtain this, and it can be used as a drug. That's why it's being applied in pharmaceuticals. Apart from that, I think we can talk on custom enzyme production, ECM. This is where we can use the biomanufacturing and also the aspect of synthetic biology in producing enzymes artificially and in abundance. Enzymes, you can produce any given enzyme that you want, enzyme of interest, using the microorganisms to solve out the various problems that we do have. We all know enzymes are very, very important in altering the rates of reaction, in degrading any given compound of interest. For example, I can give you an instance where we can produce lactase enzymes. This is very, very essential in the dairy industry. You know, we have these patients who are lactose intolerant, so they are not able to degrade. When they accumulate milk, they're not able to degrade the lactose inside the milk. So it is going to give them the upset in the stomach, and it's not good for their health. So when we are able to produce such kind of an enzyme or enzymes in abundance, it can be applied to such kind of individuals, solving out the problem. This is made effective where we can use these microorganisms, where upon it being expressed, they are able to produce the lactase enzyme. We have also the cellulase. Cellulase is a very, very essential enzyme in degrading the plant biomass, where it is able to degrade, and at the end, it is able to avail or help in the process of biofuel production. As you all know, biofuels are very, very cost effective, very, very essential, and environmental friendly. So, incorporating the synthetic biology and biomanufacturing in producing such kind of an enzyme, it's very, very important. Here, you are going to first do the bioprospecting. This is where you have to, or I can call it chassis, for instance. This is where you have to select the best out of the best microorganism that can give you the best result, that can give you the best product. Let's say cellulase enzyme. After this, we have the genetic engineering part, and basically here we are going to do specifically what is called protein engineering. The protein engineering, upon gene expression, we will have the protein being expressed, and our main protein here will be an enzyme, which is cellulase enzyme, and any other that you can use it for application using the principle of synthetic biology and natural product. Synthetic biology and biomanufacturing.
So I will be talking about biomanufacturing, and biomanufacturing majorly it serves as an alternative to chemical manufacturing. Most of the time we have focused on chemical manufacturing of a lot of products, but biomanufacturing is where now it's serving as an alternative to this chemical production. And there are various applications of biomanufacturing, as Maxwell has mentioned some of them, but I would like to talk about specifically two, and that will be in agriculture and also in majorly production of some of the chemical products that were being produced, like plastic bags, and now instead of those such products, you are using now production of biodegradable materials, like also the same packaging bags. So in agriculture, that one will go into crop production and even in livestock feed. But in crop production, we have one is biopesticides. Biopesticides, these are like we usually use herbicides, insecticides, also yeah, that type of chemical products. But now instead of using those ones, we want to now focus majorly on biopesticides, because these one, number one, they don't pollute the environment, therefore they're environmental friendly, and number two, it's way much, like the cost of production, it's much easier because you can easily produce them using microbes, as Maxwell had mentioned earlier. So next one is biofertilizer. Biofertilizer, this is simply like there's one which I've seen people use. Like the example is just the normal compost, where you, instead of you throwing away the plant remains, waste food, you just put them in a compost, and then you allow them to, like, I don't know, it's ferment. There's a term used for that one, to degrade, and then it can be used now. It can be used now in the farm. There's also another one called vermiculture. So vermiculture, basically, this is where you're using worms. You're feeding them with plant remains, and then from that one they are giving you there's a certain type of soil, we call it vermicompost or something. Then now that one is, it has more nutrients that now it can be used, and has found a lot of application in organic farming, because all of these they're using being applied in organic farming for production of healthy foods, because we know about the recent increase in these diseases from use of a lot of chemical applications, especially related to cancer. So agriculture, the majorly crop production, that is biopesticides and biofertilizer. So the next one, which is now becoming a major player, is production of biodegradable material using biomanufacturing. And one is bioplastic. You see, bioplastic is not like the one, these polymer products like polyesters. It's easily degradable, then that makes it environmental friendly. And even though there is an issue of maybe production capacity, that has been a big challenge, and also a bit of maybe design, where for some time it's very hard for you to design your specific bioplastic to the exact products that you want to produce. But all in all, the benefits of bioplastics is way much more. It's more environmental friendly compared to the other one, the chemical one. And also, what needs to be worked on is basically the efficiency and the production, and also some research should be done on the type of microbes that can be used for the production of the same. Yeah, and I think we don't have much today. That's what we had, but yeah, it's really key. As you have learned, especially synthetic biology, then you come to biomanufacturing. Both of these are kind of related. They're just one and the same thing. It's just maybe there's a certain aspect that applies to one that is not in the other, but most of the things that are in these two fields are almost the same thing. So what are the advantages of maybe biomanufacturing and synthetic biology? Number one, the advantage is it's sustainable, because what you're using for production of these things are renewable resources, like plant remains. If when you use these plant remains, plant can regrow, so these are renewable resources. It's not like you cannot compare it to like petroleum products, which are not renewable. So that ensures the sustainability for long-term production. The next one is scale. Because most of these products are being produced using microorganisms, then scalability is much way easier. You just need to increase the capacity of production for you to produce more product. And number two, it can be done anywhere. The good thing is these microbes, you just need to influence the environment they're growing in, and then you can easily produce your product that you desire. And lastly, maybe the efficiency. there might be not that 100% efficiency, but again, if the environment is right, the raw material that is being used is correct, then that increases the efficiency, and that makes this much more advantageous. Yeah. So that is what we had for this week. Biomanufacturing and synthetic biology. I would like to encourage everybody that listens to this or watches this to try and look much more into these two topics, because they have a lot of advantages, they have a lot of promise, they need more research, and I think, because if you look, you will find that the biological part of production of products is going to really occupy a bigger part in this next coming generation, because they are becoming more efficient, more and then environmentally friendly. So I believe this is a field that people should try to look at. Yeah, and that is all for this week. Thank you.